for service providers and tech companies. Three things, especially those in the teleport business. Mobile video, addressable targeted advertising, and figuring out what to do with their real estate. So they're sitting on some very nice real estate, and other data centers are looking to expand, and they may be a very good place to expand too. So it's a good opportunity that we talked about at the WTA board meeting, and something that the industry needs to think about. I'm going to start with mobile video, because mobile video is going to be absolutely huge. Everybody talks about the car of the future looking like your living room. The major focal point of most living rooms is a television. And people don't mind sitting in one place for hours on end if they're entertained. And being able to push out mobile video to those vehicles is going to be big. Especially where teleports and satellites play a role is in the broadcast side of it. There's still going to be a lot of interest in live news, live sports, FIFA World Cup games, and people are going to be moving around and traveling during those events. So how do we deliver the same video to a mass market at the same time efficiently? And the terrestrial networks just can't do that. So broadcast is the way to do that. And that's where we get into the addressable advertising. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to be stuck where we're delivering the same ads to a large population when the audience is much more segmented than what the ad dictates. So being able to do both stream specific ads to specific vehicles, to specific boats, to specific airplanes at the right time, and being able to insert those ads into a broadcast video stream frame accurately is going to be key. And Crystal obviously has focused on the signaling to make that possible, which is what we're demonstrating here at IBC, being able to insert a targeted ad into a broadcast television signal that has no signaling before we touched it. The biggest risk I see with mobile video is the terrestrial networks, the telecoms, delivering that before broadcasters have a chance to do that, whether that's satellite broadcasters, over-the-air broadcasters, making sure that the antenna systems on these vehicles are designed to receive data and video from multiple sources is going to be key. And from what I hear, some of the manufacturers, that's definitely where they're thinking. But making sure that they're in a place where they are indeed delivering the right video and the broadcast video, which is what they do best. Broadcasters and satellites deliver to wide geographies better than anybody else. The risk is that video distributors and networks continue to do what they've been doing for the last 30 years. That's the biggest risk. Right now in many parts of the world, in the States especially, just 2 minutes of ad time per hour are dedicated to a local distributor to populate. And about 14 minutes are dedicated to the network broadcaster to insert ads. That shift needs to reverse. The broadcaster, the networks need to be able to have the distributor provide a lot more targeted ads, 14 minutes an hour, reserve 2 or 5 for themselves, but be able to take those 14 minutes an hour that are unpredictable on when they're going to occur with varying durations and put targeted ads into those spots. And that's going to be huge. If they don't change what they're doing, they will never get there. And the key is to be able to maintain the systems they have in place where they're already generating billions of dollars of revenue and take what they've got and add to it without disrupting that flow to make that shift occur. And that's where Crystal Focus as a solution is being able to tack on to existing systems, no matter how old they are, provide that signaling to the right distributors so that those targeted ads can be delivered and inserted by distributors downstream. Let's take AT&T as an example. AT&T spent $85 billion to buy Time Warner. The reason they did that, one of the big reasons they did that is because Time Warner has a lot of ad inventory. AT&T restructured itself, so it's 3 divisions, and one of those divisions is advertising. They're an advertising company, and their task is to how do I leverage that ad inventory, get the most bang for my buck. And so being able to deliver a targeted ad where they have been delivering broadcast ads allows them to increase the revenue from those ads anywhere between 6 and 8 times. That's a significant increase. As targeted ads become more common, I'm sure that price will come down, but even if it comes down significantly, we're still talking 2 to 3 times increase in revenue. And the television advertising business needs to recapture some of those ad dollars that have been shifted toward digital. And the only way they can do that is to make their ad inventory more valuable. And the only way they know how to do that today is to make those ad spots addressable so they can insert targeted, valuable ads that actually return decent value to the advertisers.